Women who are in a relationship with someone who wasn't interested in you at first. What's your story? He thought I was gay. I thought I was gay. A bottle of Jack Daniels revealed that. In fact, I am not gay. Been together ever since. Your comment makes me wish I had gold. This is amazing. Thank you. It's very wholesome. Even if explaining it to friend and family was a bit of a trip. Haha, it really is. I like how you worded it too. In summary, I was persistent. We first met about 18-19. I went off to uni and we got on with our own lives. Although I'd occasionally drop him a message. Then after I left uni I just hit him up. And basically attempted to keep conversations going while attempting to flirt with him. He's now been my boyfriend for just over a year and a half, with most of our relationship being during these pandemic. We were both kinda interested in each other. But we're also both enjoying being single after unpleasant breakups. I was open-minded. And figured I liked him enough that as long as we were having a good time I was chill with things going any which way. He was very resistant to dating. He'd say you're great. But I just don't want to be in a relationship really. Neither of us were seeing other people. But just kept it casual. After a year or so he had to come around very slowly to the fact that we were actually dating. LOL. Our running joke was that at the end of every date he'd say, "Wow. I had a way better time than I thought I would. And I'd just safe beep you. Haha. Been together 8 years now." We worked together at our university. I had been single for a few months and decided I wanted to start dating again, but I had no idea where to start. I normally date people I already know. So naturally I was looking at the guys I worked with or in the same clubs as me. I messed with the idea of being with my boyfriend for a few weeks. I had a convention I wanted to attend, so I messaged him one day asking if he'd go with me. He turned it down, but invited me to go play pool with a friend and him. Before this, we barely spoke at all. But once we started playing pool I was invited to his house after and we would drink and hang out. After about a month of hanging out I started to feel maybe he was dropping hints as well. It took about 2 months and I finally told him how I felt. But he had been planning on telling me how he felt a few hours later. We've been together for 11 months and he has admitted that it took a while for him to develop any feelings. I'm glad I waited it out and got to know him as a friend before even asking him directly. I'm also very thankful that he became interested in me because our relationship has been one of the most amazing things I have ever experienced. Note: he technically was a little interested but he didn't want to date me. I 20/F met him 21/M through mutual friends at our friend's apartment. I thought he was really cute and he was super sweet. We were all on our way to a festival and I kept trying to look for him once we got there because we all kept splitting up. I couldn't find him, so I just gave up and thought if I'm meant to spend time with him, then we will. Fast forward 5 months. I'm at another music festival 2 states away. I'm walking through the crowd and lo and behold, there he is. I run and hug him and he smiles and we spend literally 5 minutes together and then I don't see him again. When I get home from the festival, I find his Twitter and ask my friends if he's single. He was. I got excited and decide to shoot my shot. We start talking every day and every night. Quickly, we found out both of us have very similar values and kinks. Our friendship becomes more sexual and I felt lost. I felt like he only wanted to hook up. We lived 3-5 hours away from each other and so I muster up the courage and ask him what he wants because I don't want to waste my time. He tells me dating me is not super feasible because of the distance and he's not looking for a relationship. I was heartbroken. Sure. We only talked for a couple weeks, but I really liked him. I told him that I don't want to have a friends with benefits type of relationship with him because I like him a lot. He says he's sorry. Yet he kept messaging me every single day. I would only reply with one-word answers or emojis, but he kept trying to talk to me. Finally, I tell him that maybe we shouldn't talk since I don't really want to be his friend after having feelings for him, and he stops dead in his tracks and says, "You were never just someone I wanted to be friends with." In this generation, everyone is just trying to hook up, and I guess my pride got the best of me. I want you and I want more. We started dating shortly after that, and we've been together for 5 years. We live together now, and we always talk about how stupid he was for not being honest from the get-go. We somehow made the 3-5 distance work, and it's been bliss since we moved in together. We went on our first date and it didn't go super well. He wrote me off and said I talked too much. I kept texting and I took accountability for just being really nervous. I finally convinced him to go on another date where it was more relaxed. He is now my husband and we have been together 8 years. He is the most amazing, kind, sweet man in the world. About 3 years ago. We were both in medical school, same class. Somewhat overlapping friend groups. I had noticed him from orientation and some classes together, but we were not close. The reason I noticed him was his voice. He has the most soothing, compassionate, you should make a podcast kind of voice. Listening to him ask questions in class gave you a warm fuzzy feeling like coming home for the holidays to a house full of fresh baked cookies. Okay. Maybe a small exaggeration. But he was really enchanting and a pleasure to be around. Fast forward a few months. I was struggling a lot with depression in school, and my therapist suggested I start reaching out to friends to hang out. This was around 9. So I made a resolution to start talking to him in class since I thought he would be an uplifting person to get to know. I started making an effort to talk to him more. Found him to be not only the Morgan Freeman-esque voice of my dreams, but also kind, funny, down to earth and very, very handsome. Naturally developed a big crush after that. After a lot of convincing myself that it was okay to try dating people in my class and in my future field, I asked him out on what I thought was a date to the local art museum. Art is a common passion we share, and I thought my intentions were obvious. They were not. And while we had a lovely time, he proceeded to tell me that he was not interested in dating, much less dating people in medicine or in his class. I was really dejected by this answer. But I decided that I valued having him in my life more than anything. So I would continue to pursue a friendship. He and I continued to hang out in friend groups and talk occasionally until one day we both went to an art in medicine event that was hosted by a professor at our school. He took his mother, who is an artist, and wanted to see the museum that day, and I showed up on my own. Part of the exhibition involved discussion about what we thought about the pieces. According to him, a comment I made about a certain piece was really inspiring and solidified how similar we were. In fact, his mom apparently made comments afterwards about how I was cute and interesting FCK yet. He ended up asking me out on a date a few weeks later. We live together now and are members at the art museum that started it all. I guess sometimes that old trope about if you love something, let it free. If it loves you back, it will come back to you is right. I did some black magic and it works now. He loves me and I love him. That's a joke. No. Why would it be a joke? It really did work. Mail here. My ex and I got together when she was finishing school and I was already working in our field. She was seeing someone else. And I have always made it a point to try to look out for the students so they don't get too abused. She had apparently noticed that I tried to watch out for people. and liked that quality about me. Eventually her and the guy she was seeing broke things off. I messaged her to give her my condolences, and to just focus on school and worry about relationships after she was finished and working. She didn't take my advice, and decided to focus on me as well as school. Shocking. Since she was way out of my league. We were a very happy couple for several years, and I always felt like I was lucky to have her. Things didn't work out with us as a couple, but we are still good friends, and still keep in contact.
Hey guys, if you like this video then smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more contents like this. And don't forget to press that bell icon to get notified for future videos. Thanks for watching. Click here to see more videos.